Hello and welcome everybody, part 11 of the Empire Total War Great Britain Darthmod Let's Play, and we're in the end turn phase and the Maratha Confederacy has come out from Satara, and they're attacking us at their port where we managed to push back sort of their kind of advanced force last time. So as we can see, probably working it out now, around about 3,000 of their just under 7,000 strong force is like is peasantry, basically, is levy. So they will spam with that. So we're going to have to kind of hit them with cannon to try and push them back. They've got plenty of cannon as well, so I'm going to have to try and take that out with my cavalry, of which they're still replenishing. So we could try and retreat, to be honest, but I'm considering that. I'm actually thinking about it. They've got plenty of melee troops. I could try and retreat for now, and then hit them back when I've replenished, to pull back to Goa. In fact, I think that's, for now, I'm just going to see if I can pull back, and what they're going to do. They're kind of regrouping some forces. Mysol's pushed back up there, so they've regained the port. But, realistically, I mean, as much as I wanted to fight that battle, 7,000, even against my sort of just on a 3,000 strong force, they're just going to mob my men, break my morale, and I won't be able to recover that. So, we continue as we go. Unit recruited militia in Goa. That was as I pushed forward with this army, so I need to replenish the rest of it now. Because, yeah, there was no way we were going to be able to hold up against this collective forces. They're sending them pretty hard, hard and fast against our forces here. They really don't want to give us any kind of opportunity to gain some ground here. And I'm recruiting militia just at Goa, just troops to hold the fort for now. And I'm kind of tempted to push east here, actually. Kind of wish they'd maybe go and attack the Maratha Confederacy. I assume they are still at war with them. I'm just going to obviously check. Good, yeah, they're still at war with them. Prussia, let's see if we can get some trade with them while we're on the diplomacy. Because trade agreements are good. Single payment, I think not. How about some technology? I don't want to give you fire by rank, but I'll do it if I have to. There we go. That'll do. Normally I don't like to trade technologies because I don't like to give the AI kind of an advantage. But I'll give Prussia that, at least. Right, with this army, I can either attack these guys and push them back again. I really should let them replenish, though, for a turn. So, I'm going to pull back to Goa with the whole force. Leave them there. And meanwhile, if we can, it would be advisable to recruit some more troops. East India Company, there's Lancers, Native Indian Cavalry, which are Lancers, more Grenadiers, and finally we can get the Colonial Light Infantry. But for now, I think it's more company line infantry that are needed. Oh, and we can recruit more here as well. Oh, no, we can't. I've already got 2 units there. I wonder if I take them both out, they're actually quite happy there. So, you know what, I'm going to bring my fleet away from the port, back round to here, so that next turn I can pick up these 3 that I'm building here, and the extra one I'm building. I'll build a unit of militia to leave behind, just for defence, and then I can push on out. But I mean, Katak is making quite a nice fortune there from its various trade and farming. And I know a lot of you have been saying, I need to upgrade my farms and what have you. So, and yes, I got the reply about what to do here, and you were saying, about not building a school because I couldn't upgrade it that far. So that is worth noting. So for now, instead of the school we're going to build here, there's no point building a church school. Coaching in, not really. We're just going to go for the craft workshops and increase funds there. Same amount of turns, haven't really lost out. We've pushed the Mughal Empire out of here. We're at peace with France, so the majority of these guys, in fact, if I can, all of them, I'm going to replenish as much as possible. If I move them out, yeah, they're not going to be happy. So a few turns in there, and then we should be able to push up against the... Oh no, we're at peace with the Iroquois now. Although, are they still at war? Who's 13 colonies still at war with? They're still at war with Cherokee and Iroquois. So, the Iroquois actually besieging Boston. Boston should be able to hold out against that. I may have to redeclare war against the Iroquois, take out their regions from the back, and sort of backstab them while they're pushing on Boston. Hopefully we can smash them in between the 2 various places there. Cherokee pushed up the coast as well. and taken other territories. So 13 colonies looking rather weakened at the moment. The rest of the Caribbean pretty much secure for now. I'm not worried about creating any other wars or conflicts there. Come back to Europe. France, they're just chilling with their fleet up there for now. I've got my trade back and up and running there now that the port Glasgow is all good. So I'll leave my navy there for now. I don't need to recruit anything because I can't really afford to. So I need to focus on the Indian War. So my rakes here just checking out on Paris. So research is all good. Condensed marching. Oh, I can get the Royal Welsh Fusiliers. Oh, and you know, I'm going to include one end turn in this rather than pausing it, just to cover some other stuff I want to talk about rather than bore you all in other bits. And that's that. With naming regiments, as I said, for now we don't really need to send any more in. I've got plenty to work through, and I'll be adding them in as kind of I create more units that require names and what have you. But for now, I'm cool there. Oh, Spain, gone and taken out the Dutch there. Nice. Dutch still prominent though. But what I want to say, some people keep saying like name stuff like the Scots Greys and things like that, and I think Darthmod actually adds them in as units later on. So I will wait to name cavalry regiments, and like the Cognaut Rangers and things like that. I think they get brought into the game later on as well. So I will hold off on kind of the really famous ones, as it were, of the period. I know some of them are in Napoleon's Total War, but I think Darthmod's added a few of them in as well. So we will wait and see. So Ottoman Empire always takes a little bit longer, but it generally speeds up. I don't really have this cripplingly long wait time on their turns most of the time now, which is good. Darthmod does help alleviate that. But as I said, I won't always show end turns, but for now, it's kind of important to see what's going on. Iroquois being pushed back, and you guys kind of need to see what's going on as well, because otherwise I have to do a recap at the start of it all. But really long ones I'll take out. Or kind of those that don't really have much use. But this is important. It's important. See the Iroquois marshalling again after their last defeat at Boston. I don't know if they were just retreated or what, really. So it looks like the Mughals are building up a strong army. I have a feeling that's coming towards me at Goa. I kind of wanted to go towards the Maratha Confederacy at Hyderabad, because that would really be helpful. The Mysore army is pushing up there. Very interesting that they're doing that. Barbary State's still about, still chilling. Peace treaty. You know what? Yes, sure. We'll take that. I'll see if I might be able to get trade with them actually now. We've got wedge formation, peace treaty with the Barbary States, and what's this? Recruitment in India, which is the main kind of thing I need to focus on. But let's just take a look. Barbary States. Oh yes. See, we can get trade with them, and they're all with pretty much everyone else. But oh, okay. Apparently that's really insultful. Well, you wanted the peace with me. And they're all with pretty much everyone. Oh, what? No, I thought that was my flag for a minute. It's Georgia's flag, which looks slightly similar. Let's come back to us and see who likes us in the world. Not too much. Kind of Europe and Russia, not too keen on us. Most of India's a bit, as is most of America, but kind of parts of it are fine. Parts are cool. And we're allied with Sweden and the Marathas, or with Cherokee nations and the Mughal Empire for now. Okay. So let's come back over to Michigan. And I could upgrade that, but I'm probably going to need that for India. Okay, we can continue replenishing our troops here. I'm just going to see what happens if I try and take them all out again. Yeah, they're going to need a few more turns there. But we will recruit one unit of Hessian Line infantry, because I can push up, and I'm going to redeclare war against the Iroquois and try and take them out. Because otherwise they are really going to cripple my my protectorate, 13 colonies, which are rapidly declining in colony numbers. But for now, they can hold. I've got my regiment of horse and my yeomanry, which I want to kind of bring back into the fold, actually. Bring them back down from Upper Canada. Oh, we can build... Wow! Loads of troops suddenly have come online here. The select... is that because we have upgraded that? Oh, it's a military governance, but it's kind of like the high-end one. We can get the King's Royal Regiment of New York. 5th Northumberland Fusiliers. The company of select marksmen, that's Fraser's Rangers. I remember them being pretty cool unit, actually. Rogers Rangers, of course, they're awesome. Right, so we better get recruiting some of them, actually. So let's go for these skirmishes. Actually, these guys are very good. And we're going to get the King's Regiment of New York, and then they can help us push against the Iroquois. But our main focus right now is in India. So let's pop over to India, where we've built all these troops. I need to bring my navy. Well, first of all, let's get these guys in. Why not? Okay, fine. Get them into the port there. Get these three into the port as well. Bring the fleet up. And I'll do the oh-so-fun management of troops to ships. Oh, and I took them all out of Calcutta. Whoops. I want to leave these sepoys here. We'll get them replenishing though, might as well. Back in they go. Fleet now has the army. And then we can bring this round to reinforce Goa next time. And our troops here. Mysol's pushing up a little bit with some pikemen. They're not at war with them though, are they? That's what I meant to check. I meant to check that. Mughal Empire. They're not at war, they're allied with Mysore, which is very annoying, because I could... I wonder if I go for a strike to take out Mysore. It looks like the Marathas are considering the same thing. Well, I'm hoping the Mughal Empire is going to attack them rather than me at Goa. But we shall see. Research-wise, yes, we just learnt that. So it's going for improved grenades, which really there's not much point getting because we can't do any of that. So, Oxford, let's get you learning improved animal husbandry, perhaps? Or... let's go with iron workshops, actually. We're getting some industry there. And... yeah, I think we'll end the turn there, but I'll pause it this time. And we're back. So, and it's sort of slightly eventful end-turn phase. I got a peace treaty with France. And Mysore is... not Mysore. The Mughal Empire is continuing to push up on me. Election results. The current cabinet will step down in favour of its opponents. Ew. Condensed marching. Agents detected. It's that one there. Oh, that's one of my chaps here. Probably there's all going to be new ancillaries gained for all of them. Okay, so we recruit them in America, which is good. Construction report. That's good. More money. Enemy raid. Nation destroyed. The United Provinces. Damn. Well, Spain took them out here. So I assume that made all their territories over here. Ah, that's why the pirates have suddenly come back. Because on the factions, where is it? Minor nations, pirates are now back on the list, or they should be. Maybe you can't interact with them. You probably can't. But in the end turn phase, the pirates were back. Oh, I can see if I can get a trade agreement with Austria. Ah, come on. I'll give you some technology. You probably don't have ring bayonet. Yeah, all that. There we go. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so that's more money for me, which is good. A new nation rises. There we go. Pirates. Ah, they're there. And the Windward Islands. So that I must assume that was all of the Dutch's trade. So we now need to take out pirates again because they're going to be a big old pain in the arse. So to do that, I'm going to probably need my fleet, which is currently up here. But we'll need it for transporting troops around the Caribbean. Boston seems to have held against the Iroquois. I still have my troops at Philadelphia. Philadelphia. And as people were saying, I need to upgrade this like crap. So that's what I'm going to do. Admiralty, not just yet. Not as important. Cannon Foundry is important, though. Infrastructure, no, not important. Colonial Dragoons. You may well be needed, so let's recruit you. And then we can push out from Philadelphia. We're going to have to hold in Philadelphia, in fact. Get an iron mine. We'll upgrade the farms. Because when I re-attack the Iroquois, that's their first point of call of trying to attack me. I know I need to save my money for India, but it would be useful spending some money here. Because they're still going to be pissed for like a few more turns. But we managed to... Ooh, farms, yes. You're important. we managed to recruit those extra Uber troops here, which are looking sharp and good. And I would love to recruit some more, but I really shouldn't. I really need to hold down and spend my money elsewhere in India. So we're just going to bring this fleet down though and see how strong the new pirate stronghold is, the capital. And my fleet gets here. So relatively weak. They've just got militia. So if I can recruit colonial line infantry, I will do, but that'll be next turn most likely. Alright, we need to go first of all to the Ivory Coast, see how much I'm actually getting through here. Because with all these funds, I'm going to start considering building up another trade fleet. But, we have this army of dervishes coming for attack. So that's why I need to save my money, because I need to build some more East India Company troops there, because my main fleet is all the way around here. We're just about to reinforce via the port, which I think they've already... No, they haven't. We need to put them into the port. Okay, so the army is now ready to go. But there's a huge, big old Mughal army here. So we're going to try and move along the coast carefully.
Ready and waiting for orders.
Cool. And now we're going to assemble an army. Basically, without the militia, we're going to try and put as many of these guys in here as possible. Well, we'll go grab as many of these extras as possible. All bar one, which is smashing, because you can now go into Goa and form up there. And we should probably attack this army to push it back out of our territory, but they're possibly going to be reinforced here. But we will do that momentarily. I just need to make sure everything else is good to go here. Agents, what have I got here? A gentleman. Gentleman indeed. When is the next region developing in? Because it would be good getting you back out of here. So at some point we will move you agent. But before I do this battle, I want to take a look at my new cabinet, because we may have to shift some of them around. Because they've now come into this Marmaduke Sloper. My treasury dude is utter crap. My Indian dude is a patron. He's got... I wonder if I do this. That would be a good idea. And then if I do that... No, your army. Let's pop you over to Navy. You're good there. What about you? You're very crap. America dude. Tactician. Smashing. You should go to the army. So right now these guys are +3. They're relatively crap, but they'll be alright. You are fine right now. You can stay there. You're very old though. Agrarian. Okay, you stay at the management there. So it's an alright cabinet. Now I've got him on treasury. That should improve my income a small percentage. But we're now going to engage in battle against the Mughal Empire here. And I can technically be reinforced by Goa. So we're going to fight this and try and bring down as many of them as possible, because it's going to be vital that we smash them. And I will say again at the end, but while we're loading, please do check out my Hear Me Roar vlog, which will be up after this video. Hear Me Roar number 11. Not 11, I lie, number 13 in fact. Because that's got some interesting information about the week ahead. We've got a new Let's Play starting Monday, and the announcement of who has won my banner competition, because as YouTube constantly likes to remind me every time I come onto my channel page now, I've got only until the 5th of June to switch over, or we'll all be forced over to the horrifically lovely and wonderful new channel design, the new one channel. I'm sure I'll get used to it, but I'm going to be very old-fashioned about the whole ordeal first. Okay, so cannons. And I had some comment in my last video saying, why do I put them in the front row, even if I space them between my troops to defend them? It's because canister shot. It is very good and very useful if used well. Because I don't like them having behind my men in case I hit my own troops. But I'll be doing what I did last time, which was essentially... and although this time I'm going to be creating 2 line units, or groups rather, and the Grenadiers are going to form up with the other one. Well, actually, no, they're not. They're going to form up their own unit, because I've now got enough to have 6 on each side, which I think is pretty darn good. Grenadiers, we're going to put them in the middle. So we're going to have one unit of cannon in the middle, then grenadiers each side of it, to just kind of hold the line there. The line infantry I'm not too worried about not being... come back. The line infantry I'm not too worried if I don't get them, if they have to be slightly bolockier, but as long as these grenadiers are 3 ranks deep, that's where I'm happy. Because then it's maximisation of fire by rank. Right, so that's that one there. These guys need to be moved forward. Pernickety, I know, but I like to have my lands perfect. There we go. So then the next unit of cannon is, well, this one. It can go next to the grenadiers, and then we'll sort out the line infantry, which, as you can see, will now form up here. And yeah, they're not going to be 3 ranks deep, but it will do. But now my cannons are spread out between my troops, and good to go. Bar here, of course. So let's get these guys. Wait, sort yourselves out. There we go. Cannon here can form up like so, and then these guys are good to go from about there to there. So they can form up well. Yeah. I don't know what's with the accent. We'll get the cavalry finally grouped up, and then we can get this battle going, because I'm sure you're anxious to see what will happen. So let's roll out. Cannons all ready to go and fire. Got a good position. We are attacking the enemy, but knowing the AI with Mughal Empire, these sort of Indian troops, they will probably come towards us. They will attack us. We're going to attack their cannons to start with, just try and bring them down. And yeah, they're already marshalling towards us. So, in order to make the most of this, we're going to try and force the enemy toward our cannon, and just spreading out my troops so I try and emphasise fire by rank a bit more with all my troops, which is good. And the way I've done this with the cannons means that I don't need to worry about moving the cannons. I just have to pivot my troops, which we're doing like so, kind of creating a V shape, forcing my men towards my grenadiers and my cannon. And even if we don't force them towards the cannons directly, it's still going to be a jolly good tactic. At least I think so. So hopefully the cannons will be firing another round shortly. Some of them hitting a bit short, but hitting these dervishes as well, which I can live with. Some of them not, terrain-wise, not the best for them, if I'm honest. This one probably has one of the best angles of fire up on the hill. This one, it's alright. To be honest, it's probably just this one that's got a bit of a in the ditch position, but as long as it fires in a slightly high arc, then we should be fine. I might be able to put some of these troops on the wall as well, because now the AI has kind of seen where I'm deploying, they're forming up back here in a defensive line. They've actually got some of their troops on the wall. But we're going to hammer them, and then we're going to start flanking them on this side. Let's try and hit as many of them as possible. Not hitting any of their cannons so far. A bit disappointing. So we will go for their horsemen, and I'm going to make a desperate move to try and charge forward and bring down some of their cannon with my cavalry, because it looks like they're getting ready to deploy, and I don't really want that to happen. So I get my cannons all firing on the Zamdari horsemen at the back here. Meanwhile, we are going to push forward with a contingent of my main army here, these 3, at an angle, so we can fall back if needed. Don't know why my cannons are sometimes firing over here, but you know what? It's actually working. I can work with that. We'll hit there, and we'll get the artillery in the centre. Focus on the horsemen, and this unit over there. Focus on the horsemen as well. Coming forward with the cavalry, and we're just about to get a shot on them. We're gonna get that unit of cavalry to charge the dervishes, and this one over here to just go straight for the cannons. Probably won't need the cavalry too much after this charge, but I want to try and save as much of them as possible, mainly to get this unit of cavalry over to attack the horsemen over here. And we don't want to get too caught up with all the firing. We've already broken that one, so it's cool. We're just going to go in for the horsemen. We've charged here, hit the dervishes, and we can now pull away with the cavalry. Just charge. We don't want to get caught up by this levy too much. We want to just go in against these horsemen, which are already taking fire from my line infantry. but with the cavalry coming in from the other flank as well, should be quite the show. This unit of cavalry, we need to get them away from the camel nomads, or the, yeah. So it's going to run them away and through. We're hitting the back of these Zandari horsemen, which should break them. We're going to try and hit these dervishes, which are coming up behind us now, because infantry versus cavalry should be able to have them down, at least with the charge initially. Broken that unit of cavalry. I'm breaking these guys, and I'm going to bring my cavalry now behind my line of infantry. Back over on the other flank, though, we're pulling back away from the camel nomads. I'm just going to form up behind the infantry. My infantry now firing on the camel nomads quite nicely. And we're going to be pushing forward with the line infantry here, capturing this ridge. We're not going to worry about the V shape here now. We're just going to push forward as well in the centre and really hammer home some heavy fire. Get my cavalry over on the right flank now. Coming back into the centre. All going crazy, but we've managed to rout quite a few of their troops. We're going to target the dervishes in the centre. My regiment sort of contingent on the left flank. We're going to push forward. And now we're going to abandon that V shape there as well and just push into the centre. Just watching those units there. My cannons can now just fire from the rear. And we've got the grenadiers to cover and defend them along with my general. So these guys now turning into the fire of my men, shaken, losing quite a lot of their men as they go. So watching these peasant levies, because they'll be the ones that get me with just repetitive fire. And I'm going to bring my cavalry over on the flank here as well, because then we're going to flank into the centre and hit home hard with the cavalry. If I can bring all this together, it will be quite a resounding success. Just rank after rank, rippling fire down the lines. It looks lovely. So here, we've got it going on as well against that unit of dervishes, which was in the centre. They're doing a jolly fine job here. Minimal losses so far. Enemy cannons utterly annihilated. Get my cannons firing on the levies over here. And we're going to start pushing against these levies now. Notably with the line infantry pushing up here, which means that these guys are going to have to push up further and further round as we engage the enemy. Now the enemies pull back with their cavalry and camel nomads here, so we're going to watch for them. We're going to try and hit these horsemen at some point, but for now I'm going to charge in against the bowmen and the peasantry around here. I'm going to try and hit these Hindu musketeers. Or in fact, actually no, we're going to go for the levy. We've reduced their numbers. These levy can be very annoying later on. I'm just going to push slightly further forward with the line infantry here. And in the centre, we're going to support the other line infantry by just going up against these levy troops here. And then with this unit, we can draw it around a bit more in its formation. Cavalry's gone in against the levy, causing quite a messy affair. And my cavalry's gone in and hit hard against this unit of dervishes, which we can now make sure stay dead and gone. The rest of the infantry here, we're going to push up with a line like so. I'm going to get that cavalry out now and attacking the Hindu musketeers, because I'm about to be engaged by camel nomads. And with these three units here, we're going to push up slightly blocky, but round the houses here, and then with these units, we'll create a complete forward line now, where the enemy will not escape from. I'm going to go in against the horsemen here with both my cavalry units. The camel nomads, I think, have run away. Yes, they're breaking. Get my cannons to stop firing, because I don't want any stray shots going off now where I've not planned them. So we're going into the cavalry here from their side, and we're going in from the front as well, and they're just going to get trapped between all my men, getting into the mix there. So melee, my troops should do slightly better. Pushing as much as possible, and I'm going to bring in my line infantry unit in to support them and then pull my cavalry out. And now with these units, we're just going to spread like so. I'm just going to put this unit into the warehouse here, because then it means this one can spread out a bit more. No, this one. Ooh. This unit of bowmen is just going to get ripped to shreds by my infantry very shortly. We could put these guys into square, and someone was telling me about the Empire squares. If you can get them fully formed, then they're far more effective. Whereas in Napoleon's Total War, if you form a square, or if you just get the square to start forming, the cavalry will basically be destroyed. Whereas in Empire, unless you have it fully formed, it would seem, you can't really do too much. So I'm hoping these guys are going to finish reloading, and then we can actually get a shot off at the camel nomads. I'm going to get my cavalry out of there now, because I think, yeah, my line infantry is probably firing into my cavalry. So I'm going to get my cavalry out of the way here, and go for the bowman unit, because we've now got peasantry coming towards us. And so we're going to make another further front line here with these units, and these guys make a reserve line here. I'll get my cavalry out of the way now, because we don't want to get them caught up with the levy there. And behind them we've got more camel nomads, but they've broken for sure. My square's done well. Take them out of square, but we've now managed to break those units, bar one unit of bowmen that remains. So we can charge back in with the cavalry. Just careful with the line infantry that's coming in now. We're going for these units behind the unit that hasn't broken yet. But a few volleys here is going to see them gone. And we're going to continue slightly, but at obviously maximum speed, to just kill off as many of these guys as possible. Most of them are gone now. We're just going to focus on that unit there, while these guys tear up the rest of the bowmen. These are the major units that are left still on the field. But I think that was a pretty resounding success in terms of the number of them we took out. I wish they had on this balance of power thing, like you do in Medieval 2, you know, it would tell you the percentage that each side sort of lost so far. Well, that unit has nearly gotten away. We've taken down at least half of the remainder. It's difficult with the AI pathfinding here, trying to choose between to go for the units in the front or the back. So that's got my cavalry all in a bit of a state. We'll bring this other unit back now that's free. But there's only a few. Well, there's got 100 left. We're just tearing up that rear section now. And I think it's safe to let the rest of them go. Well, actually, my cavalry's coming in now, so we should be able to finish it shortly. And claim complete and utter victory, although we've already won. Let's mop up the last few. Rewarded you guys a slightly longer episode today. I hope you enjoy it. Just a heads up for those of you that are still kind of wondering when I upload these videos, link to them is in the description. My schedule tells you all the information there. But should an episode be missed, then it will be up kind of like the next day or the next available day that I can get it up. So if it's not up on that set day and I don't announce it on Facebook or Twitter that there is a delay, which is where I normally announce, then, you know, assume the schedule is as is. But if I miss one out, it'll always be caught up with. So look, we lost 198 there. Absolutely smashing. I don't think my reinforcements ever came in there. They probably wouldn't have done because I didn't ever lose a unit. That's why, actually. Silly question. So cavalry, you know, they did their stuff there. Utterly annihilated the enemy. There's 1,000 of them or so remaining, but they're mainly pretty weakened troops now. We can replenish this force relatively quickly and easily. And with this army, I'm going to just push. I want to push into their territory, to be honest. We've gained a trait. I would have thought he probably would have done. He's done bloody well. I'm kind of tempted to push up into the foothills a little bit or attack their university. But I don't want to draw out their full forces just yet. Or do I? I think I've got to make the push. So I'm going to attack here. and we're going to draw enemy troops towards us, which actually might work well in our favour. We can take out half their army at once. However, you're going to have to wait until next time for this battle. That will be next time it's scheduled, which is Wednesday. You'll see this battle, sort of 9,000 on the, 8,000 rather, on the enemy side, versus my 4,000. Can we do it? I'm sure we can. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. As always, please do check out my Hear Me Roar vlog number 13. That will be up later this afternoon. And as always, comment, rate, subscribe, thumb this video if you enjoyed it. And I'll see you all again soon. Ciao for now.